Good afternoon and good evening and good morning from wherever you joining and from wherever you watching this podcast and a very short video. A warm welcome. My name is Didier Mbayo and I am a John Maxwell accredited coach, speaker and trainer, and I own my own leadership and coaching practice in South Africa, precisely in Johannesburg. Today, I would like to talk about an interesting topic. There are so many interesting topics, sale. Most of the people are afraid to sell. Most people feel uncomfortable to sell. Just the idea of selling make them really uncomfortable. They just feel like, they can't handle rejection. They don't think that they were born with the ability to sell. They come up with all sorts of excuses like I used to have. As a legal person, I used to tell my sales team that I don't think one day I'll be able to sell, I'll be able to talk to a client. Well, fortunately, as I progress in my career, I decided now to be a coach and a speaker and a trainer. Of course, the leadership, the coaching, the speaking engagement, all these things require that people out there know about me. Without me sitting in front of a client, I will never be able to sell anything. This brings me to the point that you can be good, you can be really excellent at what you do, but if nobody out there is willing to buy for your service, then you just not running a business. Because what is a business? A business is there to add value to clients and also sell a service or a product. So therefore, acquiring sales skills, it's up to all of us. Whoever is in business needs to be able to sell. If you don't learn how to sell, you're going to have to hire a skill, an expert in sales, which is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Well, that can be done as the organization grows. But at the beginning, you probably have to be the only person who does the sale. So then you can guarantee some sort of income. Now, when we talk about sales, as I said, most people are afraid. Sell in its highest definition is the transfer of emotion. You are transferring emotion to your client. Because remember, people buy things based on emotion and they justify whatever they bought with fact. So the first thing that you have to make sure that you do is to transfer that emotion. You must be able to get the client to decide to buy your product and service. So how do we go about that? There are three areas where you need to establish certainty in the mind of the buyer. The first one is you need to establish certainty to the mind of the buyer that you are sharp as a tag. When I'm saying that you are sharp as a tag, meaning you come across as the expert, the guy who know what he's selling. So that is a must when you sell. Second area of establishing certainty is the product that you're selling. Is it going to answer or address the need of your prospect or your potential buyer? That is the second thing. The third thing is the company that you represent. Is it a reputable company? Is it a company that conducts its business ethically? A company that has a track record of selling a specific product? So, three things I repeat. You need to establish certainty in the mind of the buyer that you or the prospect that you are sharp as a tag. Second thing is you need to sell a product and a service that address the need. And third, you have to represent a company that is not necessarily a worldwide company, but a company that is reputable, a company that's got a track record of selling good product and services. Well, that's done. Now, how do we go about establish certainty? There are certain areas that you need to look at. You as being the expert, so you need to know exactly what you're selling. You can't be selling something for which you have no knowledge and you are not convinced that what you're selling going to address the need of the client. And let me tell you how the client can pick up that you're not sharp as a tack. The client, through your body language, your tonality, your movement, everything you do with your body language, send a signal to the client that you are sharp as a tack. Now, tonality is an important part. In my sales course, I focus a lot on tonality. There are various types of tonality. I mean, using tonality helps you to move the client from the emotional side, because when you talk to a client, depending on the tonality, just look at yourself when you talk to your wife and your kids. When you talk about something that you're not happy, you use a different kind of tonality. There are tonality, like the tonality, one of them is caring. Somebody who cares has a different tonality. Somebody who wants to emphasize a statistic, for example, use a different tonality. And what those tonality actually do, they quickly jump into the prospect buyer's mind and touch them from emotionally. Like when you talk to your client about a product that will help them to double the income, the tonality that you use will help them to move in the future pace, and see the future and see, well, I'm going to double my income, meaning I'm going to have my bonus so I can go on a trip with my family. So tonality play an important role. Body language is an important part of communication. As far as you may not be aware, I will tell you one thing. When we communicate with someone, 7% of what we say matter. 38%, our facial expression, our body language, and our tonality count for 38%. So everything, the way I say it, my body language, my tonality, my facial expression count for 38%. And the rest, the remaining 55% is how the other party see me. So if I'm not confident enough, I will come across as someone that is not confident. And my client can pick it up through my body language, the way my facial expression, and they also use the intuitive factor, because your client also have intuition. This is when you can present something very good, but the client look and say, well, sounds good, but there's something wrong with the sales guy. It doesn't seem to be in control of the product that he's selling. It doesn't seem to be convinced about the product that he's selling. Okay? So that is just some few things that I wanted to emphasize about selling. So anyone can learn how to sell. There are processes that you can put in place, for which I really help people to put in place when it comes to selling. Selling is an art that anyone can learn. It's not, nobody was born with the skills of selling. Some people may have that ability. You can have a gift or a talent, but if you don't develop the gift and the talent, you will not be able to use it to the full extent. So today we spoke about sales. Just in summary, sales is the transfer of emotion. And how do you transfer that emotion? Is through establishing certainty in 3 areas in the mind of your buyer. You must come across as sharp as a tack. The company that you represent must be a company that is reputable, a company that's got a track record of proven result, and the product that you're selling must be addressing a need that the client has. So really start thinking along those things. If you need help in terms of becoming a great salesperson, being able to double your income and improve your sales force, please reach out to me. My email address is Didier Mbayo at leadinfluencepty.com, and my cell phone is +2771 473 5508. Thank you.